I have been asked here why I recently do so many videos in English and why I don't speak German anymore. I do speak German anymore. I make videos in two languages. I do that because I can. And I only do that in two languages because I only can. The people I am talking to actually speak every language. And so that's why I would speak in every language too if I could. Since I cannot, I do it in two languages to inspire as many people as I can reach to put the message in their language. And then the message goes around. The message about stopping all the bullshit on March 26th, letting us rock the world like a real huge earthquake, which kind of, I'd say, destroys the old system by installing a new one. And there's something else I really enjoy. Why I can there are some differences in the languages between German and English. For instance, in one specific word, I just said the people I am talking to speak also English and every other language. And in German, I couldn't even say that. I would have to say the Leute. Um, but actually, by the meaning, I should say the Volk. The problem is that the Volk, the German word for people, is actually the origin comes from following. Folgen, Volk comes from folgen, and unfortunately, most Germans don't get that and follow their rulers because they don't know. And so I actually like speaking English pretty much. I always loved that language, and I always love to hear it, and I always love to speak in English and think in English also. There's some practice here, and I have an American girlfriend. Talking to her too makes sense in English because she don't understand German. My Debbie. And well, how about that? I just wanted to say that. Yeah. And here news from ding 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 here news. Yeah. Okay, we got news here. Everything is going well on this planet. The Hopi are reaching out, and I have a very strong connection to that, and looking forward to what comes there. And the tribe of many colors is getting louder. There are more people who want to make videos, which I really appreciate, and show themselves. And I heard that there are children too who want to make videos, and all that I really think is a real good idea because it's their planet too. And the children are usually the ones that are never being asked. I mean, who wants to keep living in a world who is set up by a bunch of grumpy old men can still do that. It's no problem. But I want to hear the children. I'm looking out for their inspiration. And we had this very unnice situation here in Stuttgart a couple of months ago where the police used water guns. How do you call these little bastards? You know, these water. And they shot on the people with that, and there were children under there too. And then the politicians said the demonstrators were unfair because they brought their children there. Well, it is actually the children's deal because what it was about in Stuttgart was making a railway station that was that would take like 10 to 20 years to finish, and it would be the children who had to live with it. And so that was, and it was unfair. The politicians said because the police had to shoot on them, because the police had the order to shoot on the demonstrators, and okay, we're talking about German government here. This is, I mean, this is ridiculous. This is one big comedy show. Um, the whole German politician show is a whole complete comedy show. It's almost more than in America. And in America, it's a big comedy show too. But I don't get too much from that. I try to get hardly nothing from the German comedy show, but it makes me smile every once in a while. I get a hang on it. Well, let's change something here. I know we can, and I'm talking to my people here, and not all these who do not understand what I'm talking about. These are still sleeping, although they think they are not. Who wants to admit that? But those who do not understand what I'm talking about here just do not understand what I'm talking about here. Don't tell me I wouldn't know. You don't know me at all. I know pretty much what I'm talking about here. And I'm thinking about it too. Before and after. And in between too. Well, thanks for your attention. Just wanted to get this out to the world. Make more love-based videos. This is what I'm calling for help for. Let's spread love on the internet, and the inspiration that loving each other is a lot better than ruling each other. This is what all this stress comes about. It's because we're constantly forcing our wills against each other. We are raping each other each and every day. The problem is with rapes that people always define rapes or rapings as sexual rapes. Well, it's not true. Raping is not only sexual. I mean, raping is forcing, urging, and committing violence against each other. That's what this is all about. This is what war is. This is all the againstness. And that's the only reason why governments have any reason to exist, is because we're always constantly keeping that fighting. And we don't have to. And more and more people show proof of that that everyone can snap out of it if he wants to. And the deal is also, as we all know, there are people who do not want to understand. Just leave them alone. Don't spend too much time on them. Don't try to convince them. Don't try to make them wake up or something just because you love them. It's their decision. Respect that, accept that. There's no one being left. In the end, we're all together again. Lose your fear of death. Lose your fear of losing anything. Then you cannot lose anything anymore. Let go of everything and just be free, and you will see that everything is for free for you then too. Okay, I'd like to see some children, and I want to know what they think. Get it on the camera.